Paranormal Playback is a podcast where we recap the spooky and entertaining world that is paranormal reality TV. We are hosted by Acast. Warning: Paranormal Playback contains dark stories. It is intended for mature audiences. Listener discretion is advised. Welcome back to part 2 of Ghost Adventures Season 29, Episode 6, The Living Dead on Brea. I am Charlie, and I'm here with our hosts, Mel and Lore. How are you guys doing?
Hi, guys.
Hey.
Doing well.
We last left off with Zach and the crew on night 1 of their investigation of the Women's Social Club of Hollywood on La Brea Drive in Los Angeles, California. Mel went over some interesting history with this old haunt, and we've pretty much discovered up to this point that a lot of the things they believe to be true on the show are not accurate. So where we last left off with Zach in part 1, he gave us this very profound statement. He said, "I feel like we are caught up in a stir of echoes, and this girl is desperate to transcend whatever realm she is inhabiting." He's saying this in reference to the little girl who he believes is haunting this location. Now, Lauren, I believe you made a connection between his reference to Stir of Echoes and the movie Stir of Echoes. Is that correct?
Yeah. So most people will know that throughout the movie Surf Echoes, Kevin Bacon gets flashes of a girl in distress and is convinced that something is buried in his yard. And in this episode, we have bones that are buried in the yard, and I feel like he is making the comparison to this movie. So,
yes. Yeah, and that seems pretty reasonable. I didn't even know that that was a movie, so now I want to go watch it.
it's a great movie. So
I love Kevin Bacon too.
Yeah,
so
I definitely recommend that movie.
Yeah. So Zach now wants to go back over to where the bones are buried. So as a reminder, we are at this location, which is the Women's Social Club of Hollywood, which is a big building. But behind that big building is a schoolhouse that was originally there. And there were bones buried in the courtyard, like just in front of that schoolhouse. So he goes over to where the bones were buried. He explains that where the bones were found is right near what was the original schoolhouse on the property. This is where all of these icons of Hollywood history went to school, like Jean Harlow. But the house is abandoned now. The lower part of the building housed the school from 1915 to 1932 or 1933. Zach looks out the window just to show us how close those bones were buried to the house. Now, as a reminder, we do not know whether or not these bones are human. There's been no testing done to them. To me, it would be a pretty reasonable thing if there had been a dog or something that had died for them to have buried it there. So it's very frustrating that they have not tested these bones.
No known police report anything
Yeah.
of these bones, which is what you would think you would do if you found bones.
Right. So he grabs the TriField meter to see how it reacts as he approaches the grave.
Okay, wait. What is the TriField meter? Again, is that the
EMF.
blue?
It's an EMF.
It's basically another EMF.
Okay.
It's like an EMF reader. I think it measures 3 things and not just electromagnetic, and that's why it's called a TriField meter. But I did not Google what those 3 things are.
Okay. It's not that blue plain camera thing?
No.
Okay.
I'll explain that. That's the XLS-2. I'll explain that when we get to that with our new segment, Char Checks the Tech. So
Char Checks the Tech.
Which Char did not check this tech, but I will. I will. So as he approaches the window where we see the grave, the TriField meter starts spiking. And as he gets closer to the window, it goes up to 10. Zach pulls out the polter pod and asks, "Where were the bones found?" We hear what sounds like a child's voice saying, "Right down beneath." Then we hear a man's voice say, "Hello." We hear what sounds almost like chatter, like multiple people trying to talk. Zach asks whose remains those are, and the polterpod says, Laura. Aaron asks, how did she die? And a man's voice says, it's very sensitive. And then it says, older pain. I really wish that these voices would have explained how Laura died because
Also, one thing that I wish they would do is stop talking over.
Yes.
they talk over it when it's happening. They
Yeah,
don't pause long enough.
Exactly. Like, and don't let me reference kindred spirits again. They're so good at when they do EVPs is they'll ask a question, give it a lot of time and space for there to be
A
like
response.
a response because they want to have like, some airtime.
Yeah.
I just like to.
No, they ask the question so fast, and then like they'll just start shouting as soon as they hear something.
Or they're talking over their own questions, and I'm like, stop! I can't even. What are you even asking anymore?
So backing up on this part, on a previous episode, I had done a little research on how and the polterpod is a spirit box.
Yes,
a spirit box. Char, can you summarize a spirit box real quick?
So a spirit box, it's a tool that uses very, very fast moving radio frequency to help spirit communicate. I know, Mal, when you recently did research and found that the spirit is supposedly pulling words from like
Actual radio
shows or something.
Mm-hmm.
Anything broadcast.
That
actual broadcast shows.
Yeah, which I fully intend on doing further research, because the way that I had always understood the spirit box was that it's moving so quickly. And I know you said that it could be pieces of words, but I think it's like fractions, like because of the speed at which it's moving is so fast.
Like it's not like a whole word.
Yeah,
I'd be curious how fast it is moving, and maybe that depends on the model and maybe how it.
That's why it makes that terrible sound, is because of how rapidly it's moving through the channels.
Yeah.
So
I guess it just reminds me of tuning a radio station. Like, an old school dial, turn the dial to find your station, and you're hearing like, it's like that, but faster for sure.
But what we are usually hearing is just static. It's the static. Like we're not actually hearing like any voices coming through when it's clipping through. Whereas if I were to do that on FM radio, you do hear like a blip of a song or a blip of a voice or something like that. Mm-hmm. So I will do more research into it.
That's fine. I was just gonna say this is the first time for this one where it actually sounded that way for sure to me. Like the very first one,
where he said,
what did he say?
Where are the bones found? Oh, where the child's voice says right down beneath.
Yeah, right down beneath. Well, I was like, oh my gosh, they definitely just used an advertisement. It sounded like a snippet of a radio ad, and I heard
that's so interesting.
Great company.
Oh, interesting.
And I tried really hard this time because they replayed them.
Yeah, they
just
did.
Close my eyes and be like, okay, don't look at what they're writing. Don't listen to what they're saying. Just listen to what you're hearing. And what do I hear? And it sounded like great company, like the end, and it sounded like one voice, and it sounded very much like a voice actor kind of inflection point.
That's so
just on that first one.
I definitely closed my eyes. I always try to close my eyes and listen to what I'm hearing. I didn't really hear right down beneath, but I couldn't hear what it was saying. Like I couldn't make out what it was, but I definitely heard hello. That one was an easy one.
Yeah.
I definitely heard it's very sensitive, which
that one I struggled with. I tried to write down what I heard.
Yeah.
I didn't write down, but I heard polar pain.
Do you think you still heard Chi-Town?
So I actually...
Yes, I do still think I heard Chi-Town. Did you replay it?
Yeah.
Did you hear Chi-Town?
No. I still think I heard Steiche.
So for older pain, I actually thought I heard shoulder pain.
Oh.
Yeah, shoulder pain, molar pain. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Not molar pain.
Yeah. You can have molar pain. There was a lot of dental issues in this episode.
So just so you guys know, we do intend on inserting these EVPs moving forward. We just need to get ahead of our episodes. So just give us a little time. We're going to be inserting EVPs so you guys can actually weigh in on what you hear and let us know what you
maybe
think.
that actually is, maybe it was molar pain and they were talking about Aaron.
And it was like a
Aaron's teeth?
Yeah.
Like it was reading the future?
Oh my God. Okay, well, you guys are about to find out what we're referencing, so we'll bring it back up in a minute. But so I did write down, this season's EVPs have been some of the clearest I've ever heard, and I don't feel like we've ever gotten a good explanation as to why. This is kind of, and again, this is why I want to investigate the spirit box more. In the past, it was always, you could hear a word here or there. It was rare to actually hear something that sounded like very sensitive or older pain, like sentences or like phrases were much more rare.
And it wasn't connected to the APFD?
No, this was not. This was just the Polterpod.
Yeah, just these two.
And this whole season, every time they've done like spirit box readings, they've been coming through like pretty clear. And I'm like, okay, if this is the case, if they're suddenly coming through clearer, you need to give us an explanation to why. What is the difference?
They're like tuning it or something.
I'm like, what's the difference between this Polterpod spirit box versus the ones you've used in past seasons? Yes, Mel.
I have a theory.
Is your theory that it's fake?
Yes.
That is what people will think when they don't explain anything.
Yeah, or like it's heavily bumped up in post.
Oh.
Something is going on, and I would like them to explain it, because I feel like somebody like Gary Golka, who I have a lot of respect for because of what he's gone through personally, and if you don't know, Gary Golka is the guy who developed
what's
one of the tools. I forget which one.
What's his background? Do we know his background?
He, I believe, was like in scientific.
Like
you should do a whole little segment on him, Char.
Yeah.
Do a little bonus.
We're going to be taking, as you know, we've mentioned this before, we're taking a hiatus in the month of June, but I think I'm going to sprinkle in some tech information during the month of June. So you won't get no episodes. You just won't get full recaps, because we need to get ahead of some of our recordings.
Full feature length, yeah.
Yeah. But I want to dive a little bit into some of this equipment, because I think it's worth us like exploring and trying to understand it better. And we plan on buying some of it.
When we become actual ghost investigators, guys, we're going to explain ourselves when we're,
Oh, man.
Can
we become witches instead? Can we do the coven thing instead of the ghost investigating?
Can we just be all of the above?
Can we make like flower crowns and like
what I would like is to own a company where I can then pay people to do the investigating so I don't get possessed.
Yeah.
Can we sit in Video Village?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Yeah. Can we shadow?
Literally. That is why I got into advertising.
Oh yeah.
I want somebody else who's willing to take the risk to do the hard work. I
was a PA getting coffee for somebody in Video Village, and I was like, what am I doing with my life?
I should be the person
in Video Village. No, literally. That is the epiphany.
And you made that happen for yourself.
I did. Yeah.
Manifest that shit.
Okay, we just went on a very, very long tangent.
Yeah, but it was fun.
But it was a fun tangent. Okay, so they go back outside, and he takes the TriField meter.
Oh, wait, we're not done?
No.
Oh my God, we have so much more, Lauren.
So let's go. They go back outside, and he takes the TriField meter and puts it over the grave. Once it's over the grave, it spikes to 20 milligauss. So that's pretty high, and it's a very high number for this strange for this
unit of measurement we have no understanding of.
Yeah. So now they move to the small shed where the bones are being stored. So as a reminder, Lisa the gardener discovered some bones in a little shallow grave and moved them to the shed, and nobody has had them tested or told the police about them or anything. So
why the shed? I guess where do you put bones?
I guess it's like the garden shed. Maybe it's like just where she put the tools and stuff.
And they're still there, right? The bones are still there.
Yeah, they showed like a little snippet of Zach looking at all of them. Did you guys notice that?
Mm-hmm.
That means there was more that they had and chose not to include in the edit. I'm like, I wonder.
So Zach says, it's like they are living in here. And then we hear what sounds like a woman singing. I heard this very clearly.
I know.
Same.
It was creepy. And like, honestly, wait, I don't know if I wrote it here. Yeah, I did. This creeped me out. Like, it made my like,
skin
I got
crawl.
like, I got butterflies in my stomach. I was just like, ooh, I feel like, ugh, I don't like this at all.
All of the things that happened during this episode were creepy.
That
super creepy.
Specifically that singing though, it just because it was like loud enough that it sounded like it was in the same room as them.
Mm-hmm. No, it sounded above them.
Or yeah, like right above them. Yeah.
Yeah. No, y'all, I'm telling you, there's something spooky. Like, I don't even think ghosty. I think like there was a
person,
weird ass woman.
What do you think? There was a woman hiding in the loft?
It was the gardener.
I think there's some weird ass woman in the. Maybe it's like, you know, a secret sister.
Maybe it was the witches doing a ritual, like hiding. I don't know. It was creepy.
It's like some creepy kidnapping situation, and the woman's in the attic. I don't know.
It's the gardener that's not allowed there anymore.
Well, so Zach and Billy pointed up to the loft and tell us that's where they heard the singing come from. Then Zach asks one of the audio techs, who we've never met before, if he heard it, and he says yes, that he definitely heard it, and he's the audio tech, so he must have heard it in his headphones. Okay, so Aaron says that he's getting serial killer vibes while they're in that room. Zach explains that they are determined to find out what this dark energy is, and if it did indeed cause Lisa's grand mal seizure. As a reminder, Lisa, the gardener, had a grand mal seizure in the women's social club.
This energy in here is violent.
Yeah. She believes it was caused by a demonic energy.
Yeah.
Okay. For the investigation, they have their nerve center set up in a van in the rear of the building. Jay places a 360-degree camera in the cottage where they heard the woman singing so that they can try to capture something. As far as I know, they didn't actually... I don't think... Oh, maybe they caught an anomaly or something on that camera. Aaron, Billy, and Zach enter the main building with Jeff, who has a new monitoring station for them that is equipped with 4 different cameras. Zach asks Jeff to explain the difference between the XLS-1 and the XLS-2. Jeff says, okay, so this is checking the tech with Charlie.
Char checks the tech.
Char checks the tech. Jeff says the standard XLS only had 3 dimensions and a standard stick figure. So that's what we're used to seeing. That's the one that Mel was explaining. It can pick up reflections and think it's a person instead of actually like picking up some sort of energy. It's really just trying to find human figures. And so sometimes some of the things that it's capturing may actually be explainable. With the XLS-2, he says that it gives us an opportunity to have a head as well as hands. And he says full hands. I noticed that it says open and close. So like when it was tracking Zach, if Zach's hands were closed, it would say closed. And if his hands were open, it would say open. But it was tracking like more detail in the motion.
Yeah.
Is the way I understood it. He says these 2 cameras will give us facial, will give us age. This I did not understand how he didn't explain this part.
Age.
Yeah, he said the 2 cameras will give us facial, will give us age, and whether or not it is male or female. Which I was like, facial. How does the camera determine? Yes, just facial.
Just facial.
Yeah. I was like, that's an interesting way of saying that.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. So if it says whether or not it's male or female, does that mean it can tell if there's like boobs or a penis?
Apparently, if it's giving us facial.
So does it do circuit?
I don't understand how it can tell whether or not it's male or female unless it's picking up a genitalia. Like,
it must be picking up like do you think it's like the thing at the airport?
It's probably like your body shape.
Yeah, the body scanner.
Your body shape.
And have you seen the like what that actually looks like? It's actually the reverse of this. It shows you a little stick figure on the screen, but it actually is. You should Google it sometimes. It's actually like a pretty anatomically correct X-ray of your body shape.
Ew, that's gross. Joy. Yeah. Anyway, so that's how Jeff explained all of this. Zach asks a handful of questions, but with no activity. So he says, okay, listen, if there's something bad back here, I'll sacrifice myself so that you can get whatever you need out of the attack. Look at Zach sacrificing himself for the good of everybody else.
So noble.
Yeah.
They continue asking questions, and Zach asks, do you want a cigarette? And then he's like,
to a child.
And he's like, oh, oops, I mean candy. Do you want candy?
Who offers a cigarette?
Candy's not much better. Old dude offering kid candy? Nope.
I said, because that's
a white van?
I was like, because that's not creepy.
Yeah. I'm like, offer like money. Like offer like water. Offer like
safety.
Toy. Offer
hi, my name's Zach. You want a piece of candy? Here, come check out my van. It's where the nerve center is.
This camera can give you facial.
Yeah, come to my van with no windows. You want some candy?
Lord.
Come to my nerve center. Don't ask any questions.
It's in this white van. It really is, though.
So they start moving the camera setup towards the kitchen because Zach says that Lisa's seizures started to hit her while she was looking in the refrigerator. Where did the refrigerator
come from?
I don't know.
So, I was wondering why we were in the kitchen. I missed that part. I was like, why is there cameras up?
I was like, I thought it was at the auditorium, but maybe it started in the kitchen and then she tried to move through the auditorium. I don't know. Zach starts explaining that he's about to send Aaron out to do something, and we see Aaron in the left corner of the screen start moving forward and then back up, like as if he just walked into a spider's web or something. So I wrote that before Aaron explained.
Did you really?
Yes. It literally looked to me like he had just walked into a spider's web.
Like he went like this kind of thing?
Guys.
Yeah, he moved forward and then looked shocked and backed up.
Why? Maybe he walked into a spider web.
Yeah. No. Well, no.
Okay.
No. But no, he couldn't have, and he explains that. So Aaron says, what was that? What was that, bro? Or should I put on my voice? What was that? What was that, bro? Aaron says, dude, I swear, that was so crazy. As soon as I walked past here, I felt like I walked into a spider web and all the spider web went up my nose, which I was like, that's disgusting. But it's funny because that's exactly what it looked like. But then he points out that there's no way that there could be a spider web there because they literally, where he walked, where he's saying that it felt like there was a spider web, was like between the wall connected to where the camera was, but they had literally just moved that camera monitoring station right into that area. So what would that web have been connected to? Like there was nothing in that area for it to have been connected to.
Yeah, I'd have to rewatch it. Yeah.
Because for a second, I thought the same thing. I was like, maybe he actually walked into a spider's web.
Did they walk through that area before? And so...
Yeah, they had to. I mean, they definitely walked through the area with the monitor and the cameras and everything. So, I don't know. Anyway, there's no explanation for that. But
this is just like saying. When he tasted dirt for some reason.
Well, that one was weird. He's like, whoa, I just put that mint in my mouth and I tasted dirt. Okay. So, still not getting any video or audio evidence, they move the camera station to the piano room. All the while, they had no idea that they were having unexplained malfunctions to the camera equipment. So this whole time, after making this big deal about the cameras, it turns out that they were malfunctioning. And so they don't actually capture anything. Like, spoiler alert, they don't capture anything on these cameras this whole time.
But it's paranormal.
It's paranormal that the cameras stopped working. Or it's that Jeff built all of this. And so it's not
Or they
working.
forgot to press play. We've been there.
Oh, yeah, that just wasn't recording.
Yeah.
I would love to blame IBS, my mood swings, and
all of my
technical difficulties on paranormal
right
shit. Can you imagine just being able to blame,
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
definitely.
It's got to be paranormal.
It's like the dog ate my homework of.
Yeah.
Okay, so now in the piano room, Zach says, "Little girl, can you appear right here? Can you show me how you could play the piano? We heard your voice." They immediately hear what sounds like little girls laughing inside the same room that they're in. That also, I don't know what it is. It's the laughter that creeps me out.
Okay,
really
here's
bad.
the thing too. When we hear, it's usually EVPs that are on a recorder. It's not audible.
Mm-hmm.
You can't usually hear it like on your naked ear, It's not. It's usually like on a recorder. So the fact that you can hear it like in the room, it's pretty crazy. That's not very common at all.
Yeah.
It sounded more to me less like laughter and more like the sound of driving past a park or a playground,
like the sound of just children at a park or a play. Yeah, I could see that.
Or for me, the roller coaster tycoon sound.
Oh, I know, we went there.
Oh yeah,
yes. But it was really loud too. It wasn't like a soft sound.
Yeah,
it was pretty loud.
And I will say, in this moment, there are moments when Zach is like, "Did you hear that?" And the moments when Jack, why do I keep calling him Jack? Zach is genuinely
shocked,
surprised.
Yeah. Yes, he was. I actually paused at this point and I had a great still of him like looking so shocked.
Yeah, I don't think he's that good of an actor.
No, definitely not.
So if anything, I mean, these things, this is when my producer man theory comes in.
Your producer spidey senses?
My producer man theory, yeah. Or this creepy woman upstairs is messing with them. I just don't know why children would be there at all.
I mean, they can migrate. They don't have to like stay put,
Yeah. But then why are they presenting as children if they lived full lives? I think that's more of the question. But anyway, let's just go with the fact that we did hear something that sounded like children. So
yeah, I mean, I heard something.
It could be something.
The thing.
Zach says, "We now have Aaron, who has a childlike disposition. Try to connect with her more."
I thought that was cute.
Says the man with a collection of creepy dolls.
I know, exactly. But Aaron does have a childlike disposition.
He does.
In an endearing way.
He does.
Like innocent way.
That's why we love him.
Yeah.
But then he terribly plays the piano. And Aaron terribly plays the piano and says, "Come on, you gotta help me sing." And I was like, so childlike.
Yeah.
I was like,
natural musician.
He puts so much effort into that.
Come on, you couldn't play like chopsticks
or something, or even be like, "Come sing with me." Like he didn't say it like in a childlike way. He was like, "Come on, let me hear you sing."
It was funny. I enjoyed this whole.
So we do see a small black anomaly shoot out from the piano on the.
Okay, it just looked like a mouse.
It didn't look like anything to me. I hate.
Did it not look like a mouse though? The way
totally could have been a mouse.
Yes, I totally agree with that.
Ooh, scandal. The women's club has rats.
Actually, that's worse than a ghost.
I know.
So
society ruined.
All the grown men start offering this little girl some treats.
Grown men.
Zach says, "Do you want a cookie?"
I had a problem with all of that.
Uh-huh.
Don't offer kids cookies or candy
with
or
your white
cigarettes.
Yeah.
Like
Zach interacting with children in general
it's
is
just
hilarious.
never good.
Just grown men and children.
Yeah.
It just felt weird.
I hate when he calls like women and little girls on the show sweetheart. Ugh.
Yeah.
So gross.
Well, when he just said, "Hey girl," or like, just like walks into a room, it's just like,
why not call her Sarah? Apparently that's her name.
Yeah, or Layla or Lila is the other
one.
Yeah,
Lila.
There's just a way to approach.
Yeah.
There's just a way.
Yeah, well.
So he offers her a cookie and then says, "Look, I'm going to hold this and I want to give it to you because we just heard you. Like, good job. You want your cookie? You performed for us. Now here's a cookie."
Ew, it's gross behavior.
Which now brings us to Paranormal Playback proudly presents Ghost Adventures Community Theater's rendition of Dental Dilemma, with the role of Zach Bagans being played by Charlie Holly and the role of Aaron Goodwin being played by Melanie Malone. Are you ready, Mel?
Hit me.
Okay. At this exact moment, Aaron pulls out a bag of gummies, which angers me because he just complained about how he's having problems with his teeth.
If you don't want that, I've got this. More snacks. I've got candy.
Aaron sees how Zach looks at him and says,
"Oh, don't be pointing your finger at the..." Oh, wait. What?
Mm-hmm.
Do we need a narrator?
Well, I'm just narrating that part. Oh, okay. Unless...
It went from colon to within dialogue.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Do you want, I can narrate. Do you want me to narrate?
Okay. Yes.
Okay, hold on.
Okay, yeah, let's try it. All right. Oops. Okay. At this exact moment, Aaron pulls out a bag of gummies.
Oh, wait, I'm narrating.
No,
that's not the narration.
No, this isn't narration. This is Zach speaking.
Oh.
Yeah.
This is Zach is narrating.
Oh, gotcha.
At this exact moment, Aaron pulls out a bag of gummies, which angers me because he just complained about how he's having problems with his teeth.
Well, if you don't want that, I've got more snacks. I've got candy.
Aaron sees how Zach looks at him and says,
"Don't be pointing your finger at the kid."
Aaron laughs and says,
"This is for the kids."
Zach yells at Aaron,
"We just went over this. You were saying you have problems in your teeth and it's because you're eating candy."
But it's for the kids.
"You were just talking about how you have to have some procedures done with your teeth, and I told you it's from eating all the candy and you agreed."
"But it's not new candy."
"Did you not agree?"
"Well, yeah."
"And now you pull out a whole baggie of gummies that did that to your teeth."
"Yeah, I guess."
"And you seriously just pulled that out? You said you weren't eating this anymore."
"Well, I'm not eating it."
"What, are you just holding on to it?"
"It's just in case I need sugar or something. I have to have something, but right now it's perfect for the kids."
End scene.
I do not know why this was included in this episode, but I loved it.
I did too.
Weirdly.
The whole candy thing was fucking hilarious.
I loved it. I wanted more.
I like when they bicker like little besties. It's so funny.
I know. I was like, oh. I like remembered that they're friends.
Yeah.
And I love that Aaron has it. It's in a little Ziploc bag.
I know. I was like, it's not even like a regular bag.
He pre-portioned out his candy for the recording.
I know.
More of this, less scripting. Let your personality shine, boys.
Yeah.
So after the dental monologue, they decide to leave the camera station in the ladies' dressing room. Again, weird choice.
Oh, I didn't even know that's what that was.
I didn't know that they say we're leaving the camera station in the ladies' dressing room.
I felt like they just left them in a bunch of random rooms, and I was like, okay, cool.
I was like, why would you leave the cameras in the ladies' dressing room? Like, what are you hoping to capture there? The fellas move on to investigate the abandoned house and cottage. I wrote, what is the difference between a house and a cottage?
So the abandoned house is the schoolhouse, and it had cottages.
Yeah. I guess
Like
a cottage
little-
is a smaller version of a house then. Zach explains that since they received so much activity on their ITC devices, he decides to whip out the big guns. So here is another segment of Char Checks the Tech.
Char checks the tech.
So he whips out a device developed by Gary Gulka, who is like my favorite of all of the tech developers that we've met.
Our only,
I guess.
Yeah.
We did not meet Bill Chappell, right? But we heard his name last week. He made the watch, the weird Inspector Gadget watch.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Gary Gulka invented the PSB7 Pro, which is
could they just call these things
like a name,
the Whistler, or like
not these.
Okay, here's
numbers.
the thing. We need to
market it. It's not being marketed. Yeah, there's no product marketing here.
We need a corner of the market.
Mm-hmm. This is what happens when you don't have a product marketing team, though. You just end up with like,
guys, I don't
who's
know.
Who's gonna remember the PSB7 Pro? Who's gonna remember the APDF blah blah blah? You know?
Yeah.
Who's gonna remember that?
I don't know.
Not me.
Anyway.
Not me.
So PSB7 Pro, which is used along with the APFD processor. So as a reminder, the APFD processor is the device that shows them wavelengths, and you can plug like a spirit box into it, and it has a high pass filter and a noise filter. So we don't have to hear the static from the spirit box. And I think it also filters out the background noise, so that way you're only getting like the voices coming through.
When are they going to filter out the ghosts?
He also says it has the ability to pause and rewind in real time. As Zach explains this, he notices that Aaron is once again eating candy and can't help but point it out. Zach says, what did you just put in your mouth? Aaron says nothing. They go back and forth about the candy.
This moment reminded me of my toddler.
Yeah.
Like what is in your mouth? Like digging, like
open your mouth, let me get it out.
It's also like a very much like a best friend sibling thing when you're like, what? You're doing it again?
Yeah.
You know, like just you can just tell there's a long history.
Or like when my dog is like eating poop and I'm like digging, like prying open its mouth, like
Yep.
So I don't know why we're so fixated on the candy, but we are. So I guess Zach's very concerned for Aaron's health.
It's cute though.
It's so funny.
Zach says, we now conclude that Aaron has a candy addiction, and this is further substantiated when we tried to touch his candy that he left for the little girl earlier, and I was attacked. I was like, what are we watching right now? And they show footage of Aaron attacking Zach as Zach tries to get the candy. So these guys clearly got bored. We're like tackling each other.
I love this. I love that Zach is very capable of making fun of himself, which is a great quality.
It is a fantastic quality.
And I thought it was really endearing.
What I liked about this is they're just having fun.
Yeah.
You know?
I think that's what I liked about this episode is they weren't taking themselves too seriously. They weren't like, it was just a lighthearted episode.
Yeah.
So now they head over to the cottage where they had captured that woman singing, and they said, and the man mumbling earlier. I don't remember there being a man mumbling, but okay. They pull out the APFD processor, and Zach asks, can you talk to us? Does somebody live here? Do you know whose bones those are? Do you know who Lisa is, the gardener? We clearly hear a man's voice say, I do. Zach says, if you know who she is, who are you? Is she in danger here? We hear a woman's voice say, why do you come here? They pick up an orb flying erratically near Zach.
Wait, I heard where'd he come in?
Oh, instead of why did you come here?
Yeah.
Where'd he come in?
Where'd he come in?
Yeah, like, why is he here? Yeah. Zach asks if someone caused Lisa's seizure, and we hear a voice say no. He asks...
That was funny.
Yeah.
So, see, look, no one's caused your seizure.
No, what are you talking about?
So
we didn't do that.
This would make me think that our theory would be wrong, because I feel like they would want us to think that it would be a yes.
Right, if he allowed a no to come through.
Yeah.
Or maybe...
Do they plant fake ones just to make it seem realer?
I don't think they're that smart.
I kind of agree with you, Lauren. I don't think they think that far ahead.
Yeah.
The
But also,
producers
like,
might, though.
No.
That I mean, the show's been going on for 29 seasons. Someone knows what they're doing.
Yeah.
To keep them coming back.
So,
but the gardener was a little... I hope she saw a doctor after her seizure.
Yes, I don't know that was fully a demonic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I just hope
I'd be
she
concerned.
gets help if she needs help, and if she has, I hope she has no more seizures.
Yeah.
I was going to say, what kind of doctor?
Like a neurological,
maybe multiple doctors,
but like a neurological doctor probably would be good.
And behavioral, maybe,
or too. That, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, not to diagnose her, but if she did start acting weird, like if she had a tumor or something that caused the seizure and could have also caused like a personality change, that does happen.
Mm-hmm.
Where like people's personalities change because they get a tumor and it's like leaning on certain parts of their brain.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know.
Oh, we also forgot our callback to the molar pain and the dental moment.
Oh yeah. So when we were reading about the candy, we thought that that EVP earlier said maybe molar pain instead of older pain. And if that's the case, it may have been referencing Aaron Goodwin.
And that got me thinking, we really don't know what order they do these things in, you know, as we know.
True.
So that whole candy moment could have happened before the EVPs.
That's true.
That's also true. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Zach says, did you live in Hollywood when you were alive? I faintly hear something, but I can't make out what it says. Zach thinks it said, yes, sir. When they replayed it, I did hear, yes, sir. It was so faint, though.
I think I heard get her is what I wrote. Get her.
Well, that's terrifying.
Once again, I am not trusting your analysis of EVPs.
Can we, in the next Roseanne readings, I'm going to pull EVPs and like know what they say.
Blind
reaction. And have
you and Mel are going to have to
oh my gosh, it's like the opposite of that game where you read the phonetic sounds of a sentence and you try to guess.
You guys are going to try to guess what the EVPs are saying.
Like if it's the word is orange juice and
we'll see who's more.
It's like the blind tasting by blind hearing.
Yes. We'll see who's the most accurate.
Yes.
I love this. Okay.
That's fun.
All right. Billy starts asking if he can move part of the machine, but the APFD processor catches a voice saying something like, my friends will regret. What will your friends regret?
All I heard was my friends. I couldn't make out the last part.
I didn't hear that whole thing either. I thought that was a stretch.
Zach says, let's make a deal. The deal is that if we leave, you appear on our camera. We hear a man's voice say, deal. And they all start screaming, deal! It's a deal!
I heard, I'll do it, not deal.
Oh, interesting.
Mel, that's a 3-syllable difference.
Are you kidding? They made that woman's name Aubrey into like 16 syllables before.
It's 3. Aubrey.
Yeah, I'm being facetious, but let's not get hung up on the... I'm still communicating the same thing. I'm still saying it said some sort of I'll do it compared to deal. It's not like I'm changing the message.
No, exactly.
I didn't hear deal.
You're just saying what you
But like,
heard.
what do you actually hear though? I'll do it. Deal?
Yeah.
Deal.
Yeah, they stretch. That's what I'm saying. Like, I didn't hear what they heard.
Lauren, let her live in her truth of what she heard.
Yeah, or write down, like, try what we're doing and close your eyes and listen and see what you hear.
I cannot wait for Roseanne readings next time.
Now this is
so ready. So ready.
Says the woman who can't remember the reenactments.
Oh.
Shaming me for my
memory and
listening.
Hearing different parts of the brain.
I would say they work pretty close together.
No.
Okay. It is midnight. It is almost 12:30. Let me finish.
Almost. It is 12:30.
It's 12:24.
Okay.
Zach then asks, was that guy a human spirit? They get a response that said, it's not, or not. He said it's not. I only heard the not part.
I don't think I comprehended that one.
Yeah.
What? Like, what?
Zach says that was a woman who said that. And then they get a response that says, I knew that. And then it scared you. So a lot of these responses aren't making sense.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we see an anomaly appear over Zach's chest, which is an orb, but like they always say an anomaly. And I'm like, I guess it's the same thing. They just use
I thought the anomaly was when it was like a black floaty thing and an orb was when it was a white floaty thing.
No, because this was a white floaty thing over Zach this time.
No, I know. It just seemed like they use them interchangeably.
They do. Right. It's definitely like an interchangeable thing.
Oh.
It's weird. Now Zach says, do you know any of our names? Do you want to possess any of us? Name a name. We then hear a voice of a guy clearly say, hey, Zach. They all start screaming.
Of course.
I loved Aaron in this moment, though, because he runs up to the camera and says, it just said, hey, Zach. And he like put his face right in the camera.
You guys are going to hate me, but I heard inside. Lauren!
For those who cannot see Lauren right now, she just dropped everything and has her hands in the air. She's not happy.
I am allowed to hear what I hear. What did you hear? You even said one thing that you disagreed with.
Because I
is that because you don't take notes?
Because I'm in the moment.
Okay, well.
For those who are listening, we love each other very much and we love to rib each other. So this is not Lauren and Mel actually upset with each other. For those who don't have those types of relationships, I just wanted to explain that we do care about each other very much.
No, we're fighting, Lauren and I.
They're going to get into
this is our love language.
A fist fight at Lauren's daughter's birthday party on Saturday.
We're gonna wrestle in the sandbox.
I'm gonna come with EVPs ready. I'm gonna be like, tell me what the fuck you hear. Tell me he didn't say inside.
Chi-town.
Okay, Theche.
Okay. Now, after fucking around with the spirits, Zach whispers to Billy and says, I don't feel good, Billy.
I don't feel good, Billy.
Billy says, it's this fucking place. It's this half of the property. They capture another anomaly moving above their heads and disappear into the wall. Zach speaks to the APFD one more time and says, I love you.
I know, it's so funny.
Silence.
No response.
To me, it was such a bizarre thing to say to the spirits. And he gets no response. So Zach says, I scared them.
I loved that.
That was funny.
So now Aaron suggests they leave the camera running since the spirit made a deal to show itself. So they head outside and Aaron takes Polaroid pictures everywhere. As he snaps photos in the area that the bones were recovered, he captures what appears to be a strange mist in two of the photos. I see two misty anomaly things.
I mean, well, to me, but also the mist, I was like, it's literally like monsooning there. Mist.
Yeah, I was like, it could have just been like fog.
Yeah, and it's like nighttime. That very much seemed like that to me.
But this was creepy.
So creepy.
Okay, so they also discover that in the photographs of the upstairs windows, there are multiple photos showing the window with curtains in front of it. And this is the upstairs where they were not allowed to go.
Because it was unsafe.
Because it was unsafe.
Because that's where they keep the secret woman.
or it's where the witches live. We are not sure. And then, okay, there were curtains in front of the window. And then in one photo, there is a creepy figure in the lower left hand of the window in front of the curtain that looks like it's possibly, this is what I saw, a head and like maybe a neck with longish brown hair. Zach says, I did not see any detail of the face. Zach says that this is an old hag type of face, and he thinks that it has that she has a very large open mouth.
Dude, just take the figure.
I love how he called her a hag. I'm like, why does she have to be a hag?
Well, that's like but Lauren, that's like a type of
that is a spiritual thing. A hag is
it's just like a shadow figure. An old hag, or like a woman in white. An old hag is like a thing.
I know that from playing The Witcher 3.
Oh, what is an old hag?
Sometimes they eat children.
Oh.
At least in lore.
Yeah. It's just, I agree though. Like, just take it for what it was. I saw a figure. It looked like a face and hair.
It looked like a woman.
But can I tell you what the face looked like? No.
I didn't see enough detail to say it was an old hag, though. I just thought it was just an outline.
Yeah, I saw the figure of a woman. At first, I thought it was the figure of like a little girl, and I was like, "Oh, it's their little girl."
That's actually would make more sense because it was in the lower half of the window, kind of like if a kid were peeking through a window.
Yeah. And it was actually in the old schoolhouse.
But
that was my only thing. It's like, why are you saying it's a hag? Because you don't see any detail. It was just like a silhouette.
Why the mouth open? Like, why the creepy mouth open?
He was like, large mouth open, like she's screaming. Like, he thought it was like from here to here was like mouth open screaming. And I'm like,
yeah, I didn't see that.
Horror movie shit.
That looked like a neck to me.
Yeah, I didn't see that either. I think he was like just hoping. Yeah. Or like.
But to Mel's point, he never goes with the thing that would be the most obvious answer, like the little girl in the schoolhouse haunting the schoolhouse.
But I think the shape of the head seemed like more of an adult size head was the only thing.
Maybe it was one of the witches peeking out and just trying to see what they were up to.
Yeah, but it was more of a silhouette.
Or it's the person who was hiding up there fucking with them being like, wait, are they done?
I think it was a little girl.
But I think it's important to say that they took pictures of the same window. It wasn't there.
Yeah, so
there's pictures of it with it there. So
I think there are 7 shots of the window without a figure. It's just the curtains, and then there's only one that has that figure in it.
I think my biggest struggle with this part is that they were not allowed to go upstairs.
Right, so they can't.
And that is where you can't say that wasn't a person looking out the window. You know, there's a person can walk away from a window just as easily. You know, it could be a curtain there, step out of the curtain and peek kind of thing. Just like what's that movie? 3 Dads and a Baby or something.
Oh, yeah, I love that.
Where there's the little kid.
3 men and a baby.
3 men. Thank you. and they thought it was like the spirit of a little boy that died in the house they were filming in was caught in the
oh yeah,
in the film
in production,
in production, and it's like kind of like how there's like that rumor about the Wizard of Oz and one of the crew members hanging themselves in the background of the Tin Man part, you know, and you can see it's a similar kind of theory, but it's a little ghost boy.
What is it? What's
there's a whole lore around the Wizard of Oz, and that I think it was that one of the little people had
what's the 3 little man
3 men and a baby? It's just a movie from I think it was the early 90s.
No, my older sister was gonna be casted in that movie actually.
And 3 Men and a Baby?
I never knew that though. But yeah, she was gonna be the baby. She was gonna
it was a little girl in the movie, so that makes sense. Yeah. Oh, there's one with a little boy. Or is that Look Who's Talking? I think I'm mixing up a bunch of movies.
No, Chelsea was a really cute baby.
Aw. Yeah. Okay. So ultimately, they solved nothing in this episode, but they did catch a lot of EVPs, and all in all, it was.
But do they ever solve anything? I don't think that's their goal.
No, but I mean, like, they didn't even.
They didn't like connect anything.
Yeah, nothing.
Nothing really made sense.
Nothing made sense. In some episodes, they do make more sense than this one, but
they kind of like portrayed it as like a Catholic school, kids get beat with the ruler stick kind of vibe mixed in with you get a nun beating. You get a beating from a nun, you know.
Oh my god. Okay, so haunted or hoax? We made it, guys.
Definitely haunted. Definitely haunted for me. With all those voices.
What do you think is haunted, though? Both the building and the schoolhouse?
I think just the grounds in general. Like, I don't...
What do you think? Do you think the bones had anything to do with it?
Are the bones human, or are they... You're our bone master. That sounded weird. You are the master of bones.
I am the master of bone.
Lauren already has creepy men trying to go out with her.
You have a bone collection.
I do have creepy men trying to go out with me.
I do also think that's why they didn't show the footage of Zach looking at it, because it looked like little tiny bones in that one shot. Mm-hmm. And like he probably looked at it and was like, yeah, this is a squirrel.
This is an animal, clearly.
I don't know if they could have shown it if it was human. Because I feel like...
Well, but they didn't test it, so how would they even know?
Because I feel like, in my experience with just Dateline and all that in general, if it is human, they blur it out.
Mm-mm. Would they have had to do that for Poltergeist then? Because those were real skeletons. But it was already a broadcast.
Yeah, and
it was already a broadcast.
I've definitely seen real human bones in like 2020.
Yeah.
I don't think that they have to blur it out. I've also seen some just graphic photos in general on those shows.
I've seen First 48, and they forgot to blur out the body. Like,
I've seen
altogether.
More recently, I've seen a lot of shows where they actually start showing stuff, and I'm like, are we supposed to be looking at this? Like, I don't know if we're supposed to see it.
But then the next scene they blur it out. I'm like, oh, they forgot. Like,
yeah, somebody forgot.
Yeah, like I was like, oh, they totally forgot to do that. No, I mean, I don't know. I feel like if it was real human bones, they would have capitalized on it by now. So I don't think they were human. Definitely haunted. I don't know what's haunting it, but the voices, especially that you're hearing it. What do you call it? Naked ear. Like, what do you?
Yeah. With just your naked ear.
Yeah, with your naked ear, like that alone.
Mel, what about you?
I mean, not haunted because no one died there.
Boo.
No one died there. Who died there?
It doesn't have to be haunted for somebody to die there, though, right?
No, it doesn't. You don't have to die there for somebody to haunt it.
Okay.
We've already discussed this, Mel.
Well, all of their stuff pointed to a little girl spirit, and nothing bad happened to little girls there that we know of.
Well, what if somebody who worked there in like the 1940s kidnapped a little girl and then brought her there and then murdered her on the property, and we don't know
the entire history of the land. We don't know the entire history.
Are you about to pull a Native American land on me, Lauren?
Maybe.
You get a Native American curse.
Are you about to tell me this land is cursed? Because it is, but it's cursed by dinosaurs. It's what it is, because it's the La Brea tar pits. But no, I mean, really, yes, but I think
ghosts can travel. They're not trapped. Remember?
But sometimes they are.
But sometimes
I just
they're
think
not.
With ghost stuff, everything's made up and the points don't matter. It's like, well, it doesn't have to be. And then it's like, oh, well, this person died here and they're stuck there. Like, it just,
you remember?
It seems to fit the situation whenever it needs to. And it's hard to.
But you know what? How do you explain that two psychics pick up Sarah?
They're in the same club.
They're friends, those two people. And then
how do you explain the laughter?
I think it was a person.
How do you
that's the next part I was going to get to. Hey, is this my chance to tell my thing, or are you
You're right.
wanting me to debunk everything?
All right.
I think there's something weird going on with the club and with the owners and some sort of secret sussy stuff. He mentioned drugged in. I did look at that up, by the way. There was never any report of any sort of drugs happening there whatsoever. It was never like really abandoned at any point for it to have become a place like that. The only drugs I'm thinking are happening are high society, a little in the bathroom kind of moment, you know? But if anything, there's something weird going on with I think it's like a secret psychic witch coven, and they're doing witchy stuff on that second floor. And maybe they like, there's some weird lady up there, and they're like, you can't go up there. And she sings and shit. And that was her in the window. So I don't think
like in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, like
I don't think I think it's like a creepy person, not a creepy spirit.
Interesting. Okay.
Lauren's so mad. She's so pissed that I don't believe it. It's too perfect. Like, think about it. It's too perfect to happen during their show. All of these things happen to be caught on camera, but it's not on, like, why wouldn't it be on Dateline News? Why wouldn't the president be like,
because Dateline's not about hauntings.
Oh my God.
And the president wouldn't talk about that.
Why wouldn't the president be like, breaking news, we have confirmed
because our
evidence.
President is Donald Trump.
I don't mean just our president right now. I'm just saying, for all of this recorded evidence, it's not.
That's what Ghost Adventures is for.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I want to know what Charlie's thinking.
Char, your turn.
Okay. So I think that there is negative energy in the Women's Social Club. I don't think it's haunted by human spirits, but I do think there may be a demonic presence, and I think that would have been caused by Wesley Swift, who was an evil man, ultimately. And then, how is that?
Oh,
oh my God! Sorry, there was a moth.
I don't like that your window. I don't like that.
I know. Your plant earlier, it like freaked me out. I thought somebody was looking through your window, but it was your plant.
Oh, I'm sorry, everybody.
That's okay.
Sorry. Okay. So I think that the main building has an evil presence. I definitely believe that. I don't think that's what caused Lisa's seizure. I think Lisa potentially has something going on that she really needs to get checked out that caused her to have a personality shift that potentially caused a tension with the owners of the club, and that it is also what caused her seizure. I do think that it is possible that the schoolhouse is haunted by a child or two. Don't know who those children would be, but the little face in the window to me looked like a little kid. Not sure what to make of all the EVPs because not every single one made sense with what Zach was asking, but I do think they caught some interesting footage.
Wait, the little kid the little face in
the face in the window,
the old hag.
Yeah, that made me feel like maybe there is like the spirit of a child there. Like if somebody's happiest moments in their life were at that school when they were that age, I could see them coming back and like dwelling there. So I don't know, maybe. And ultimately the little kid voice, like the woman singing and the little girl laughter really just like grossed me out. So that just made me feel uneasy. So I think it is medical issues, demonic issues, and possibly a haunting at the schoolhouse.
Well, there you have it.
Well, there we have it. And that wraps up The Living Dead on La Brea. It's now almost 1:00 in the morning and we're very, very tired. So until next time, our little shadow people, we will see you in the shadows.
Goodbye.
Bye. Thank you for listening to Paranormal Playback. Please share, subscribe, and review. If you want to engage with us on the socials, we are at Paranormal Playback. And if you would like to email us your own ghost story, add the words ghost story to the subject line and send it to paranormalplaybackpod@gmail.com. See you next time.